My wallet is sobbing. I can hear it. I can hear it in the hall now. It is breaking down, crying.
It turns out that Attila, the arrogant so-and-so, he's got a fake hammer.
Oh, a fake?
Yeah.
Whoa. As I say, dick.
Welcome to episode 133 of the, or 33, sorry, of the Your Legions podcast. And this week we are talking about the Legions Con exclusives. Not a spoiler alert anymore, because if you're interested in this show, you've already seen it. It's Scaphoid and Sir Valgard. So how's about that, guys? Did you expect it?
No, I didn't see Legacies of Mythos coming at all for this.
No.
And not
Very
these
welcome
two.
surprise, but
Well, not now, not yet. Maybe these two. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning cosmic maybe, but this was definitely a surprise, especially because we've just had the Otto and Urzok, which was kind of wave one. We thought of Legacies and we thought, that's crazy. But, Mal has them there. Look at that.
I've literally just opened them as we were about to start the show, because I had got them the other day and still not opened them. But as Jeremy, if I had opened them, I'd have probably pointed out to you guys the two things that Jeremy pointed out on the back. It's like, duh. That's like a little wave.
Yeah. Did you hear Eric Treadaway saying he thought that when he saw them first, or was it Joe Vassapolo, one of them?
Joe Vassapolo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he thought that they'd made a mistake, and then he remembered because he was actually working on the figures.
Yeah.
Funny that. So, definitely fun. Well, we'll get to that in a couple of minutes, but at the start here, we will talk about a few other things in relation to the news and stuff like that. My news is I'm having fun opening Cosmic Legions.
All right, show off.
Look at that, Rich. Yeah. Even
They're behind me as well, because I haven't managed to find time to finish opening them either.
Mal is an inbox collector. He just doesn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Got Kern Ray. I got my...
And when we say inbox, we mean in the box around the box. He's so cool.
That Thraxian is good.
Yeah, he's better looking than me. Just leave him there in front of me all evening.
I've got the angry face on mine, because I just love that little face that he's doing.
And it was so funny. My son was looking at them, and I'd already opened them, and he said, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I said, "Yeah, well, you were at a friend's house the other day, and you were doing this other activity." And I was like, "Sorry, dude, but I have to open them eventually." And then he sees Kern Ray on the ground with the not the robot head, the other head, the character head. And he's like, "Where's the one with the mad head?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just the alternate head for that one." And he was like, I see it now. He just instantly changed it. And he's like, "Yeah, that's much better."
I love that.
So was he wandering off with the other head then going, "What's his mine then if you're not using it?"
No, he would have taken the whole figure. But yeah,
Good.
I've subsequently discovered that I ordered 2 extra Kern Rays at retail. So
Yeah.
that I have to pay for. But yeah, oh well, that's the budget shot. Well, not quite, but that's an unexpected surprise to the budget, shall we say?
Yeah.
But fun times. There's lots of Legions arriving. I mean, we had a whole year in 2020 where there was not much Legions arriving. So this is definitely payback, and getting figures like Sir Valgard and even Scaphoid back then before he was an all-star. And now we see the upgrade. I mean, incredible.
I'm getting figures even if they're not being delivered to my house. So I had 7 figures arrive at Brett's house earlier today, which is very exciting.
Oh, was that the...
We'll meet up with those figures at Legion's Con.
Picture.
Yeah.
Are you going to have to try and squeeze them into your...
Yeah, I'll bin the boxes off, and then... so if you want to spare Otho or as a box, Mal will be... One's going. Yeah, bring back that, yeah.
No, it's the Scaphoid and Valgard boxes.
And then I've also had my shipping notice for the 5 Templar Relic Guards that I bought up the other day that getting delivered here. So, there's all sorts of 4 Horsemen stuff coming my way.
Wow.
If anyone wants to witness FOMO being vocalized, they should read our chat, because it's amazing. Guys, can't spend any more money. There's Templar Guards about 12.
Yeah,
But
that's
you see
basically it. Yeah,
But you see all the dog heads, that I've done.
yeah. I've got a whole nother platoon of dogs planned. It's like I need more Templar Relic Guards to use as bodies.
Because it's not like they won't release a night body in between now and then.
No, when I was up in North Wales a couple of weeks ago, me and Guion were both complaining bitterly that they'd run out of Templar Relic Guards. So I messaged him straight away, going, "Guion, they're back for sale, quick!"
So if anyone didn't get,
and this is what, and this is a week later now, and they're still showing 300 on the website. So they've clearly got loads of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Right, and then some more stuff. We got this little thing. We know about this. Sideshow and Mythic Legions are definitely doing a collaboration. It was announced last year at Legions Con. And then bringing it full circle this year, Sideshow will be at Legions Con.
That's exciting.
And showing off what they're doing. And I suppose it doesn't sound like a one-off. It sounds like the start of a line or whatever.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Which would make sense. I think first things first, do you think it's statues or do you think it's maybe like a 1/6 figure, which would be a weird dilemma, I think. If it's that.
Think and hope it's statues.
Is that for your wallet, yo?
Yeah. Because if it's 1/6 figures, I'm doomed.
I think it's likely to be statues, just I'm not sure the Horsemen want them treading on their toes in terms of actual figures, even at a completely different scale.
Yeah, that might get confusing. I think statues would be more in line with what I expect it to be.
I'm just psyching myself up now to be very angry at Legions Con because I guarantee Atlas will be one of the first ones they do. So I'm just going to get my face ready so I'm not stood there just glaring at the Sideshow guys.
I still think they'll go with Leodicius, just Attila, sorry, because of his armor, and maybe Otho, but they want something with really dramatic armor. I think based on the other things they tend to do. I think maybe.
I think
fingers crossed you're right.
I think it'll be the Dark Four, starting with Arathir.
Possibly. Whatever they do, unless they suddenly take a weird swing, it'll look incredible.
Yeah.
Or do you think they'll do something crazy like, introduce a new character design that will come down the line in Mythics? So, like, for example, Helios and Selene, appearing first as Sideshow statues and then as figures.
Doubt it, just because they're not really well known. I would imagine 95% of people that collect Mythics have no idea who Helios and Selene are.
Yeah, okay, but they'll be introduced to them, and
Yeah. I
think it probably makes more sense to be an established thing, but you never know.
I think they'll go something that's already released and established, because they've got something to draw off the designs. And I mean, I know Eric will be heavily involved and others at the studio will be heavily involved with Sideshow in the designs and all that, but I just feel like they'll go for something that people can go, oh, well, I've got the figure and now I've got this incredible statue as well of it, rather than, oh, these statues are cool, but I don't have the figures yet. I want the figures as well. And,
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be Atlas on the bear. They'll just go big out of the gate. So this thing will be like that big.
I mean, it will be big, I'm sure of it. Because Sideshow used to have a stand, and they probably still do, but I've not been for a few years, at MCM in London. And I used to, as much as I can't afford and wouldn't buy the statues because of space and cost, it's so fun to just stand and stare at them and the detail and all that. They're beautiful.
Oh yeah, this is something I can live vicariously through others on, for sure.
Yeah.
And even just seeing it at Legions Con, for example, would be almost enough.
Yeah.
I mean, not enough for Sideshow because they won't make any money out of that. But
thanks for your positive vibes, John.
but there's other people that will spend money on this kind of stuff. There is, and then maybe people that don't collect Legions collect 1/6 scale stuff or quarter scale stuff even, and then they'll see this fantasy stuff and go, wow, no, I'm happy to spend my quarterly statue budget on this, because I think that's the way a lot of those collectors work.
I think that's part of my thinking in terms of Atlas too. Is just that it's got that He-Man vibe to it. So there's lots of He-Man stuff at the bigger scale. So that might draw people's attention in a bit more and just go, well, actually.
Makes sense.
Then to make a Captain Obvious thing here is with the background here being kind of fiery color, could mean absolutely nothing, but it could also be an indication. And then when it turns out to be Arethyr, it'll be like, oh look, he's fiery sword in the background there on the image. Why didn't we see that?
That's a good point, actually, John. I didn't think of it.
So
I'm clearly not looking at the backgrounds enough for any of this stuff. I'm just like, ooh, words,
I mean,
numbers.
you might not be wrong there, John, because that does look an awful lot like there could be some sort of...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say I'm more attuned to this right now because the wonderful Kirby Smith noticed this from last year. Well, no, I suppose it was earlier this year, really.
Yeah.
When they announced the details for when the LegionsCon tickets and rooms will go on sale. So it must have been early this year, announcing for March 25 the sale, and there is Scaphoid in the background, which we wouldn't have known as Scaphoid because
not at the time.
There's a new, as we'll come on to, there's a new head sculpt for Scaphoid that fits even in more with his character. So, yup, definitely. So well done, Kirby. You are the man with the eye for detail for sure. And Jeremy even commented on the post, good spot. So, and this same picture was this same picture was in that post. So this picture, which is a kind of a green-eyed creature. You could think it's Beatir, but it might not be either. And it's again a flyer for LegionsCon 25. So maybe that has some indication, and it's getting rich, kind of lizard, sweaty.
Yeah, my initial thought was it was that one troll that we've not had. So that one looked like a frog type thing that was on the box. But then there's huge teeth there, so I'm not sure. The teeth that got me thinking maybe it's not.
Well, there also looks like there's some sort of spine maybe on the top of its head if you look behind the brow. I don't think it's Beatir, which has been sort of suggested, because it almost, to me, looks like it's got a much more smashed snout, doesn't it? It sort of looks like this is a nostril where under how will. And
I went.
Go on, Rich.
Sorry, Mal. I was sorry. I was going to say I'm wondering if it's maybe they're going to do like smaller dragonkin scale stuff. So maybe like 1.0 size, even with a scaled down Beatir head or something like that, and just we can get this out now. And he's got dragonkin in his army.
Little dragon warriors like the yeah.
If it's that, I'm going to buy a lot.
Well, if you actually look at the picture, it's sort of the top is the character, and it actually fades into a sort of a scene, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Almost like stacks of rocks or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Those things that drive walkers mad in the Lake District, in the Peak District in the UK. Yeah. Stop piling the rocks up.
Yeah, so fun and games that will be revealed in a couple of weeks' time. Well, nearly 6 weeks now. Just over 6 weeks.
Yeah. I was wondering with Sideshow how much latitude they had. So it's like if it was, obviously statue is just one thing, but if it was something that had swappable heads, all of a sudden Arethyr comes with an alternative Fuzzmonk Arethyr head or something like that. It's like, we've just put our own twist on it.
They do sometimes do exclusive editions with multiple like heads and hands. So maybe they'll do something. Yeah.
Oh, and in that last flyer there, it says, "How will we top last year's LegionsCon?" I don't think it's possible in terms of reveals, but
no,
you never know.
Never know.
But having said that, they've been talking their game up like nobody's business. Greg's put a couple of posts up going, "You're not going to believe this year." Joe's said stuff. Jeremy said stuff. So they're obviously pretty confident that whatever they're going to show is good.
Well, look at the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We've got the 4 legacy figures now announced and revealed, and some in hand. And we got the Figura of Obscura recently. Cosmic Waves are landing. Probably get that Graveyard reveal in October.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, there's still that to come, isn't there? My God.
You got to get back to that spreadsheet and narrow.
I got to start eating nothing but ramen noodles. I tell you, dear man.
You got to get the family to join in as well, though. There's no point in them eating. No point in them eating steak and you're eating gruel.
Oh no, it's all my own money that I spend on this, so the family budget is separate, so they can keep.
Okay, so you can't even.
I can just go, can I tip my food money out of the budget, and then I can just put it in the Legion speakers.
Well, is there anything
protein bar?
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the
last me all day?
Personal budget apart from figures?
No,
not even.
No, literally nothing. Cinema trips, the occasional cinema ticket.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, and that's
we can get you out of the cinema and recording more podcasts for listeners instead.
There we go. I can do that.
Right. Scaphoid version 2. Look at that. What did you think when you were watching the stream, guys, and this guy came up?
Oh, Rich.
Honestly, initially I was a little underwhelmed. It was like, oh, it's Scaphoid. Yeah, it's got some soft goods on, great. And then I saw all the stuff that came with him and what you can do with him, and it's like, this is amazing. I love this. I think it was because it makes sense with the big soft good, it's a mage, big soft good thing. But I think because it covered up so much stuff, I was like, oh, it's just Scaphoid with a big dress on. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
No.
But yeah. And then they started talking through all the various bits and bobs, and they zoomed in on the skull and that sort of stuff. And all of a sudden, it's like, this is freaking amazing.
Yeah, this is the kind of reveal where it's good to watch a live stream about it, or from the company and the people, because you will learn stuff about it that, yes, the people that are really deep in on the line will figure out eventually from pictures, and there'll be posts, but people, will miss the posts, and if something gets posted in the Cabal, if you're not there around the time it gets posted, and unless it has hundreds of comments, it probably will never pop up on your screen again. So unless you go looking for it. So I think this is where it's great that they reveal the figures like that, not just to throw out the pictures, which I know some people probably prefer. It's a little bit more instant hit. But yeah, Mal, what did you think? Scaphoid, you're a Scaphoid fan?
Yes and no. I like. I've said before, I like the skellies that are a bit different.
He's on the fence, Rich. Look.
and skellies are, well, no. I'm talking when you ask me if I'm a Scaphoid fan. The answer's a bit like, as the skellies go, he's one of the cooler. When I saw this, I was like, that's awesome. That to me is much more suitable for Scaphoid's character than what we've got previously, where he's basically an armored skeleton, another armored skeleton. For me, it feels, looking at it there, and I'm sure it will be when we get it in hand, so different to the original. Because of the new parts they've used. I love it. Yeah, I really, really like this. Yeah.
Yeah, Scaphoid to me feels like a figure that could. He's in the Congregation of Necronominus, but he could be in the Sons of the Red Star for sure.
Yeah. Or Basilia Coven.
He could be in Basilia, and
Basilia.
Poxus, the opposite of
Poxus, I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. If he was, a good guy, I guess he would fit in Basilia, but it's hard to get him to be good guy when he's basically poison.
Yeah.
And could explode any moment. But other than that, yeah.
And then when you zoom in on the details, you see that it's not just the skeleton head, it's a new skeleton head.
This is so good. Like being
amazing.
The proper deep engravings. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is reason to get multiple to kind of get this skull in your fodder bins.
It adds another level of that horror and the horrific nature to the character as well, doesn't it? And to the line in general.
And of course, it screams mage then, because it's like it's almost like the spells going on in his head. You can imagine if this was a comic thing or a screen thing, that they wouldn't be just statically on his head; they'd be kind of moving.
Like swirling around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to know, though, were these carved in after he turned into a skeleton, or was he such a psycho that when he had flesh, it was just gouging out these things anyway. So.
Well, and that's the other one. Did someone else do it to him and turn him, or did he do it to himself?
If it's gone by my theory, then it wouldn't be carved in. It would actually be
just magic, sort of. Yeah, runes.
It's carved in. He's a psycho.
Well, it's going to end up in one of your bios as carved in, Rich, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
There's the back then, so they don't let up on the back as well. It's got more detail. So
that's another typical Four Horsemen taking the next step sort of thing. Yeah. If there's like a Hasbro product, it would just be, they wouldn't even paint the back of the head and they might carve anything in on it.
Wouldn't even give you the back of the head.
Yeah. Whereas here it's like, like Horsemen do with the inside of feet has got like texture on and that sort of stuff that you never, but it's just those little things. They really do go that extra mile for it.
Yeah. It's why I, always make sure to paint the inside of a 3D head, even if it's just black or a darker color that kind of blends in with the figure, because there's nothing worse than seeing a bit of unpainted. When you see, like you see here, you could see it underneath. If it was unpainted, it would look stupid. I believe Eric Miller was the painter for the prototype on this. So
okay, cool.
He was, yes,
cool.
Did a very good job.
Cool for him, and good job. I think he's a big Scaphoid fan as well. So. That also works. I love the little mage disc that's in the kind of two-tone color, the Poxus magic effect.
Yeah.
And then you get the expressive hands. So this is what really makes sense for a mage. And the old armored hands didn't really make sense on the old Scaphoid.
No. But it's the orb on the top of the staff too. Again, it's the same sort of colours as him. It's like he's this one all-encompassing greeny yellow bundle of energy sort of thing.
Yeah. And again, for these type of characters, you can't paint a clear magic thing for you to make your own custom. So this is where it's great to get them in the factory figures. Yeah. You could maybe get a clear resin one, cool, but this is just better.
Yeah.
Then you see the back of him there. You can see the magic potions you can hang off him. Again, makes sense. I guess watch out when you're trying to take them on and off. You could get poisoned.
I like the fact you get the little poison version of that bird skull, like raven skull. I keep thinking it is, but I'm not sure it is. Yeah.
Who did that come with? The Lilith first, was it?
Yes,
Lilith originally, and then somebody else has had it as well. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And it was in the pack as well, wasn't it?
Oh, the pack as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
Then we have some of the exclusive pieces here. This is the tuberculi head and the wings. So look at that.
So good. I almost choked on my breakfast when I saw this. I was watching it before I logged on for work, and it was just like, oh my God. It's like, well, now I need two. Damn it.
Yeah, so these are we'll there's a better picture at the end here where it shows you what's exclusive. So let's talk about it then. You get the boots, the leather boots. So we'll get another figure coming with those boots. So they're going to be in plentiful supply. And the first time we got the upper skelly leg part on this piece. So that's the bit between the boot and the knee.
Yeah.
They said they had that in their parts library for a long time. A long time, I don't know. And this is the first figure that's actually making use of that tooling. So I imagine they maybe tooled it up with the Necronomnus wave, something like that.
Yeah. I think they're at the point now, aren't they, where they can tool a dozen things easily that they don't actually use, knowing that they're going to use them shortly down the road.
I was going to say, it also hints at something else that exists with that lower leg, though, doesn't it?
Or
maybe sailing away with a giant werewolf trapped on board.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
And that I suppose if you're going to tool, if you're going to do 6 big tool blocks and you have some space in them, it's smart to put parts you're going to use down the line in there.
Yeah.
Rather than just say, oh, we don't have anything for the moment, so just go ahead. I think they have to, because it's not going to cost much more, is it? Say if the whole steel block costs 10,000, and then adding a little extra little tool into it that fits is probably going to cost a fraction of that, as opposed to having to do another block for 10,000 to do these parts.
That's a how do they do that video I'd love to see, is them actually engraving out the steel blocks.
Oh yeah.
It must be such a difficult job to do, because
I'm sure
you make a mistake and it's like, I was thinking more of the Horseman, but yeah, there probably is for somebody doing it, sort of thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see it for specifically Mythic Legions, because you have a relationship with the parts already, and you
absolutely,
familiarity with them. So yeah, they are the exclusive parts. The head there, the highlighted parts, and the wings. So
I love them.
Yeah,
and it's it sold me an extra one straight away.
They really are cool. They make an extra character, but the base figure is still really good without it.
Yeah.
It's not. And you get a slightly different box. You get the same box that like Mal was showing us there for the Otho, the same style box. But you get on the top there, you get the Legions Con date and, details, whatever, November 25 or whatever it is. So yeah, that's the only difference. So if you're, collecting boxes and stuff, that's a nice one to have. But otherwise, it's just a little special thing that's not going to make a huge difference to your collection. There is the wonderful Trevor Williams.
Such a good shot.
Yeah. I mean, he must have a great fun with lights with this type of character, Yeah.
Yeah.
No Easter egg in the background there, Trevor. No. Probably behind the light.
He gets to use his Mister thing again as well, looking at that picture. He likes it.
And you might have seen in the background of our video here, this one half of it is this picture in here on the right from Nate Barch. Wonderful art as usual. And the skull engravings there are kind of glowing on him.
They are glowing.
Nate's art, so yeah, I like that. That's really cool.
I wonder if you get it under a UV light, does it suddenly show up a load of?
Oh, they could have done. They could do a translucent version of this head. The way people do it, where the lines aren't painted, but the rest of the head is painted, and you can even shine a light up through the head.
That'd be cool.
Well done, John. This episode is taking another hour to record, and I was going to have to go for a lie down. Translucent head.
Right, we get updated bios with these Legacies figures, which I really appreciate. Mal, can you give this a shot?
I will do. Once a power-hungry archmage who oversaw the study of similarly minded magic users in the remote enclave of the Caramor, Scaphoid and his followers fell victim to their own hubris. Thinking that they could master death itself, they foolishly attempted to summon Necronominus from where he had been banished. The plan backfired, and while the Lord of Death did not appear, a blast of necrotic power beyond measure came through the portal they had opened. The magic users were killed instantly, but within moments they all rose again. Life somehow returned to their bones, which now seeped with them remains of the spells they had practiced and the magic that had felled them. Even in death, Scaphoid remained hungry for power and influence, and so he led the fallen mages of Caramor to the Deadlands, where they pledged their fealty to Necronominus. Rising quickly within the ranks of the congregation, Scaphoid would eventually be chosen to represent this faction in the meeting of the Legions of Dark called the Covenant of Shadows.
Excellent.
Well read, Mal.
Thank you.
There's some other similar to Scaphoid figures, is there, in that bio? Similar type of characters.
Hints at it, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does.
Maybe other colours of magic and things.
I was going to say, in Jeremy's show, they were making a fact to point out that the two Crossroads figures that are coming out.
These?
There you go. Those, John, yeah.
Head of the game here, Rich. But that's good. It's almost like we planned this, And we didn't
plan anything.
Yeah, I was going to say John planned.
Yeah.
Rich and I just showed up.
Anyway, you can continue, Rich. I mean, you were getting there.
they were just saying that, the two Scaphoid heads that come with those Crossroads figures work perfectly, obviously, on Scaffoid. It's like they planned it. The one with the male figure is exclusive to Legion's Con, so you need to get that one for that one. But the one with the female build is just part of the normal build anyway. So
yeah, it says exclusive here in the picture I'm showing, but that's the head that's on the female figure here.
Yeah.
The head on the staff is coming with the base figure when it's out. So,
and again, it gives you minions, and particularly because the new Scaphoid's got that base plate sort of torso underneath him. Then you can have just like soldiers or stuff like that.
Yeah, this one here, the kind of zombie type one. That looks like a real minion, And then this other one that's on the stick here, that looks like Scaphoid's master potions or something. That's what it looks like. It looks like a guy that's gonna. No, but he's got a really big. He's got a really big forehead, even bigger than mine, which is hard.
Well,
well, I mean, I have a hairline still. You can just, maybe this is the best thing about when I go bald. So you could see that he maybe has this big noggin full of,
Did you see on Jeremy's show what Joe had done with this head?
I did, but I can't remember.
He had it on a Scaphoid, and he had one of those power things on each arm.
Oh, yeah.
And then he attached the gold skeleton wings to the back of it as well.
Right.
And it just looked absolutely amazing. That head, the way that head, as you said, John, like a powerful mage in his own right sort of thing. And with the wings and everything, it just looked amazing.
So this, the gold skeleton wings will definitely go with the Scaphoid figure. It's a similar, it's a purple, aren't they? They're purple. So
no, they're like a translucent greeny sort of.
They're translucent green. Sorry. It's Yosef or something that comes with the purple wings. One of them does anyway. So again, there might be a bit of something you could do there. But I suppose the bone wings make more sense. Yeah. So that's this, and then Rich, you wanted to just mention a couple of your Scaphoid customs here.
Yes. So I just to help Horsemen sell more of these, minions go well with Scaphoid. They go really well with him. So I've got a few here that I've just, had painted it with some custom parts to work. So, you got this guy with the whole, that's a custom torso, but obviously the Horsemen have got their own torsos now. Jeremy's got a video about how to paint to match Scaphoid. So it's anyone can paint a Maxilia's torso or a Skeleton Legion Builder 2 torso to work with them, sort of thing. So, so I just thought
like an enforcer.
He is. He's got I think I've got him listed in my spreadsheet of everything I've got as like the wicked grin guy or something. You probably can't see it well enough here, but it's a really properly evil little smirk as he's about to smash you over the head sort of look. He's very cool. And
the next one we have here then.
Yes. So this one, I was planning on selling the head that he's wearing and just using the helmeted head. And then I went back to these pictures after the reveal of Scaffoid, and it's like, nope, that head's not being sold now. I'm sticking with that.
It looks a bit like the Toxic Avenger, kind of, doesn't it?
It's a cast of one of the Lord of the Rings ones. So the Orc General from Lord of the Rings,
right?
I was young into the collecting. I didn't know that casting was as bad as it was. And then the helmet is really cool as well. And Legion Shop, I think, had that and painted up to go with Scaffoid. So.
Okay, well, let's move along from that.
Yeah, another one, creepy bone torso, creepy looking head, just, lots of
that
creepy
torso is cool.
It's a good one, isn't it? With like the screaming sort of faces. It's John, I think
really
you painted one of those up for me, haven't you?
I think
as
I
well
did,
for a different character. Yeah,
different character. Yeah. I think I remember doing they were gold with the kind of red blood coming out of them. I think you got me to do.
Yeah,
which was
and that
pretty horrific.
Yeah, and that head sculpt, I think I've got about 4 different figures. It's my favourite head sculpt anyone's
I was going to say, haven't you got that painted up another way on?
Yeah, it's my one that anybody's ever made for Mythic Legions. It's a Mighty Figure custom head called is it the Doom Lord or something like that? Just an amazing one.
You should paint it up to match Atlas, and you might like him then.
No, it would take more than that.
Could be one of the gladiators from the armory.
And an amazing shield here that is Immortal Collections, I think.
Immortal Collection shield, yeah, it's their logo sort of thing, and it just works so well with the Scaphoid colours. And then that head is really good. That head will be going with me to Legion's Con because I'm giving it to Brett. I meant to give it to him last year, completely forgot, got back home, found it about 3 months later because it was in my work bag. So a couple of the horns are broken, it's fair to say now, but he was like, that's fine, don't worry. It's an undead creature. So yeah, so that'll be going back with me.
Cool.
But then I can replace it with one of the cool new zombie heads in the new set sort of thing. It all matches up so well with the old stuff.
Yeah, and thanks to Carlo. She shouted me out this week on Facebook for a painted head that he got off me last year. So
Nice.
much appreciated.
Oh, that was your multicoloured.
It was one
was
of their
it,
clubs.
music?
Yeah. You know, the kind of cosmic.
Yeah. The ones you had me shining the black light over when you were away from the desk last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to get batteries.
He's like, he's got me so well trained. I was like shining this light. So look, this is close. Look.
Yeah, I tried the black light on Orvar. Didn't work. I was very surprised.
Really? Ah, okay.
Yeah. Very surprised. So there mustn't be fluorescent pigment in that paint that they used.
Surprising, yeah.
No, I think he'd nearly glow without
Anyway,
it, but it doesn't do the black light thing. Right, on to the second figure here, Sir Valgard. Look at that. He comes with a chock full of stuff.
Everything. He just comes with everything.
Yeah, awesome. Absolutely awesome.
You know, all the dwarfy bits that you can imagine. And yeah.
Do you know what the best thing is about this?
What's that?
My PTSD can finally come to an end.
Can you? I was trying to get that clip from. I couldn't find it in an old episode, and I didn't have much of the day to check. There was an episode we did with Guion and Anthony where Guion was talking about his Valgard story, and it referred to yours, but I couldn't find yours. So go on.
Yeah, no, mine was that somebody on eBay was selling him a few years ago, and it reached £70. So what, about $90? And I was like, nah, that's too much. No, I'm not going to pay that for him. And then of course, he's going for like 400 now, sort of thing. So I regretted that decision, but I don't need to anymore because I can now get another one. So I'm very happy with that.
Yep. And a better one, I guess.
Yeah,
he's an absolutely awesome update to the figure.
He is. Yeah.
This is one of the ones I've said I was hoping we'd get in Legacies of Mythos. So I'm very.
And I think I confidently said we never would because he was an exclusive for the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So it shows what a little I know.
I mean, I guess the character wasn't exclusive, just that particular figure.
Well,
that exact configuration.
I mean, that is what I said, that, with it being a completely different version, they could do it. So,
All right. Wow.
I mean, you could also, and if people weren't happy with that, they could also just call this Sir Ferngard or something, you know?
Yeah.
And
Valgard.
Yeah. maybe not that on the Sir Malgard. There you go.
There you go.
Right, let's take a closer look at this fella. Sir what?
Sir Kilmer.
Oh, Val Kilmer.
Oh, Val
Kilmer. Yeah.
That's quite cool. I like that.
So, a new head sculpt here. Looks similar to the older one, but it is new. So
Yeah, definitely a different beard, isn't it?
Yeah, slightly different beard. It's the spirit of the old one, I think is what Eric said.
It's a good way of describing it.
Yeah, so really cool to get an update on that. We got the second pauldron from Adalric, is it?
No, it's...
no, Gideon.
Gideon.
Yeah, Gideon. And we get the Apharius skirt piece. Magnus torso. So, chunky dwarf here.
Yeah, classic dwarf build other than that, isn't it? Which
they said they couldn't still. The dwarf 2-pack stuff wasn't at a point where they could use it in the tooling, so they had to work with what they had. So I think they did a great job here.
Yeah, I think that's all right for him because he's a...
Yeah.
The original version is a heavily armoured dwarf, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And when with all those other new pieces, I mean, of course you can put older parts, especially when it's, feet and
Yeah.
You know, wrist bracers, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Lower legs, whatever. New head here for Valgard, an undead head. Little nod, Jeremy said, to all the Aetheron figures coming in the Necronominous wave with skulls. But he said that doesn't mean they're all dead in the story. He said that will be explained, so something to look out for.
Really intrigued about that, because we knew Elijah and Bookjack made it, didn't we? Because it was in the Ashes of Agbendor story. So
yeah, true. So and I look forward to reading on the podcast with Mal and you more of these stories as they come out.
I'll do that.
If I can bother to turn up for those, I seem to be missing the reading ones.
Yeah.
Left, right, centre.
Well, often that's the thing. It's like, what can we do without Rich that will still be, you know, entertaining? And so often it comes to the stories as a good time to do them.
It's all right. I can, you know, spoiler alert, people will be hearing my voice soon reading stuff anyway. So
yeah, next week we're going to have some of Rich's factions along with our exclusive sculpts. So for Legion's Con, and as you've heard, there is a few.
Somebody may have got carried away.
You know, we were pretty much doing 2 like last year, and we still have those 2, but we have 12 more.
Oh dear.
So you can also make a knight with this figure, a gold knight. It's even got more detail than like the standard gold knight Legion builder, with the exclusive lower legs that come with the Legion's Con figure, and the helmet. So
And the hands. The knight hands are separate to the dwarf hands.
So
the court. Sorry, John, you go.
No, you go for it.
But I was to say that, you know, they've got the hands, the gauntlets, the pauldrons, the whole lower legs, and the torso, the waist join, and then the helmet. It's like, you know, it's almost another figure.
And the pauldrons?
Yes, I said the pauldrons.
You said that. I'm sorry. Yeah,
see, everybody, he just switches off and stops listening to me if I go more
2 waist pieces here. That's cool, isn't it? I assume you do, or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you do. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is really handy for me because I've got some dwarf pieces that I've had for quite a while that will go wonderfully with this colour. So that waist piece of that colour will work perfectly.
Yeah, I must admit this has sold a second Sir Valgard for me, even though I'm not the biggest knight fan. I need what were they called? Knights of Valgard or something like that. They described them as.
Well, we're going to go to the bio here in a second, so we can get there.
That sold me another 3 Mal when they showed those. It's just like
Tuberculite versus Valgard. Did Brett come up with who wins this?
And Trevor learnt from his last experience of fighting skeletons and gave him a bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah. I think Eric said he was like, yeah, that Tuberculite is not going to come out well from that battle.
No. Oh, poor Trevor. Always
again, we love you, Trevor.
Focusing in on the tiniest detail just to trip him up. Right, Mal. Wonderful art here again from Nate Barch. I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
look at that.
So good.
Look at the gold there on the, with the light and everything. Just incredible. So
that would, to be fair, that'd make an awesome bust of a character. That looking at that, it would be incredible.
No, that's a wine topper.
Oh, that's a wine topper and a half, isn't it? That one. Yeah. Wow.
That would be amazing.
I need to pick a couple of wine toppers this year at Legion's Con as well. God damn it.
That won't kill you though. They have good deals on them. It's like, one is whatever they were.
The one. And I went with a plinth because I don't drink wine.
One is a base price of, I don't know if it's 15 to 20, but like you can get 3 or 4 for like a deal of like, it brings them down to.
Oh, cool. And do they come with that plinth, Mal?
No, I think it was an extra £5 or £10 for the plinth.
Okay, yeah. No, that's what probably I'd be doing as well. I do drink wine, but the bottle's never open long enough to need a wine stopper.
Maybe it'd give you an excuse to close the bottle of wine.
You hush your
the
mouth.
magnums.
You do get to keep the cork bit as well, though, and you can just
swap them over.
You're meant to be able to unscrew it, but Right. Shall I read the bio?
Yeah.
Right. As a member of one of the long-lived races of Mythos, the dwarven hero Sir Valgard has been around long enough to see the glory days of Aetheros, as well as the fall of this kingdom and its eventual return to enlightenment under Sir Gideon Heavensbrand. A stout warrior who first served under Sir Gideon's grandfather, Sir Gavin, Valgard was knighted by that king's son, Sir Gabriel, just as the younger Heavensbrand was beginning to suffer the effects of this mysterious affliction. So Valgard did his best to serve the kingdom, even as Gabriel's illness worsened, and Aetheros slowly darkened under the machinations of greedy politicians who cared only for their own interests. Never losing hope that the light would one day return to the crown city, Valgard was amongst the first to join Gideon's quest to reclaim the kingdom of Aetheros and drive out those who had led it astray. In recognition of his loyalty and resolve, Sir Gideon named Valgard as one of his advisors and gave him command of a company of soldiers known as the Valiant Guard. As loyal and brave as their commander, the Valiant Guard played an important role during the Second Great War as they set themselves against the foul magic of Scaphoid and his ghosts of Caramor.
That's cool. I love the way there's a little link between the characters in these two characters now with their bios. Very nice.
That's a fight I'd like to see too. How does a really heavily armoured, no-nonsense unit take on a load of mages? I want to see that battle.
So Valgard Smash, I believe, is the...
Yeah. Your mage is just like whirling his hands around getting magic and it just boom.
So is the knight the Valiant Guard, the knight build?
Yes, I think that's... I think that was what it was described as on the show. Yeah.
Mm.
And it said this morning, last night.
This morning for us. Well, and when people are listening to this, it'll be a different day again.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
few weeks,
add one.
A week ago. A few days ago.
Yeah.
See, I sort of want to make the Valiant Guard all a little unit of dwarves now. Just like maybe half a dozen dwarves.
Yeah.
Well, you and Anthony O'Seal can get to work. Bring your Heatcon to Legion's Con.
Well, I'm wondering how... So Jeremy mentioned that what they normally do is dwarf knights. So how do you dwarf a knight that's a knight of a dwarf? That is what I look forward to seeing.
Okay, I'm
lost you both.
I've got you. It's taken me a while. There's been cogs cooking there, but I got there. Yeah, that would be interesting, man.
Okay. And you call us nerdy, Mel? Right, I wanted to put up this picture because Jeremy posted it on the I presume Jeremy on the Legion's Con Instagram page. It's such amazing, cool and in the groups. So yeah, just a little ad for them. It's the two characters facing off. Nate's art in the background, and little Legion's Con link at the bottom. It's really cool. So yeah, 8th and 9th. So available both days. So these will be $55, I believe.
Yes.
And they will be available not from the Four Horsemen, but from Legion's Con directly. Now, last year, that was out in the hallway in front of the main rooms where all us wonderful vendors will be. Now, there's loads of awesome exclusives and stuff now at Legion's Con. Don't spend all your money at them. Come to the likes of us,
totally.
Toy Forge, Borderland Horde, Wolf King, Arthas, Mark Calvo, all the other wonderful people. Noah Pratt, I mean, look at the customs he was posting this week.
Go to Noah after we've had a chance to get there first.
Yeah. We're
go and see our Shrot, and then and then you can go over to Noah, and all the wonderful people there, and make sure we can have some of your money to buy some of these figures. We'll make sure you get value for your money. So that's the main thing, isn't it?
If you're looking for good deals on custom figures, then come and see me this year.
There you go. Full customs from Rich. for
You'll probably find me in the armory.
break a bounce.
queue.
Around. Yeah, Mal was talking the other day about, if I get to do my, more than 2 armory builds, Rich and I were like, yeah, you'll just be in the queue going around in circles. Until the parts you don't.
Handing out wish lists to everybody else in the queue. If you're going to get one, can you get me this set as well?
Oh, Mal, you're back. Oh, yeah, they ran out of the parts I wanted. Yeah.
It's when he runs back and dives on the table and goes, I'm not here. And then Big Greg comes in going, where's the guy who just nicked all the exclusive legs? Oh, we haven't seen him. Sorry, no.
Oh, when you see Brett going out to his car for the 3rd time, I said, Brett, you're haven't bought thing, mate. These are all Mal's. Right. That's exciting. One more thing here. The Legacies. This is the box art. I thought this was really cool. And Jeremy showed it on the stream. You can see him there in the corner. Couldn't crop him out fully. For his sake, I mean, we're happy to see him, but he's got his eyes closed there, so wasn't the best screenshot for him. Character pictures, full length of the box almost, with the Legacies of Mythos written at the top, and at the bottom there it is the links to the website. So yeah, really cool.
And this will lure in GI Joe classified collectors who love the edge of a box. They love displaying things with just a box edge, be it a number, anything like that. So they'll be trampling over themselves to get this.
They might be distracted here with the picture of the figure.
Yeah.
Black Series fans as well, where they don't even have anything. It's just a red and a number, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even the windowless packaging from Hasbro, it just had bad renders on the front, didn't it? Or art, art is cool, but not the actual figure itself inside. So you couldn't even see exactly what you were getting unless you had seen it online or whatever. So appreciate that. And there will be in-box collectors or in and out of box collectors, which of course is possible to do. One to open, one to have on the shelf.
Display on,
yeah, and they take up less room sideways, I suppose. So,
Or you go 3, 1 to open, 1 to keep in box, 1 to rule them all.
Is that you ended up in this mess? Right. What will we do to round it off? Do we want to do a little bit of this? Richard Randoms. So thank you, TJ Colligan, from our Patreon. Posted this up in the Discord. He's the same guy that did the other art, which was of the 3 of us, kind of stylized. Mal with the headphones slightly forward, looking all interested. So TJ does awesome art. We might get stickers done of this for Legion's Con just to boost Rich's ego. That might be. We might still have enough time for that. Just when he's handing you his art, he can actually give you something good as well.
This is true. Yeah. Yeah. Watch it. If everyone does somebody like Curtis, who does genuinely love my art, apparently, is going to enjoy all this free stuff at Legion's Con. Other people just come along and take some stuff.
So, Rich's Randoms, for those of you not on our Patreon, is a weekly show at the moment. Well, weekly when we have shows. We put it out every Tuesday when we have some recorded. There's been 11 now, is it, Rich?
I think it is 11 so far, yeah.
Episode 11 is coming next Tuesday and that's Joe Gonzalez was the last one we've done. So Joe's coming next week, and it's Rich. He has 3 different categories, and he asks a bunch of questions in each category, and the questions are determined by a number picked by the interviewee. So
yeah, so hence the random nature. It's a random question. We've got 3 lots of categories. We've got Legions focused questions, we have other toys focused questions, and then we have life in general focused questions.
Right.
I've got to say, because I get to listen to them as a listener, I'm really, really enjoying them myself, and it's nice to learn more about people who, we know a bit, but those life questions, it's been really cool to hear a bit more about people. Definitely.
Yeah, and it's great to listen to our podcast without me on it. I love it. listeners must be really loving that. So do you want to shoot us some questions, Rich, or
Yeah.
how should we do this? So
we're going to go through the 3 rounds. You can alternate. You know the rules, guys. Pick a number between 1 and 18. I will ask you the equivalent question. So we'll do 2 each on the Legions bit, depending on time and whether Mal sits on the fence and takes 20 minutes to answer one.
don't do that to me, Mal.
Yeah, 2 each on the toys, and then 2 each on life in general. So, John, you up first, dude. Pick a number 1 to 18.
Right, and Mal.
I have the sheet here, so I can.
Oh, wonderful!
Ready to go.
Okay, I'll take this down now so you can see us a little bit better. And you just need to remember the numbers I pick, Mal, and vice versa, so that we don't.
Okay, use the same.
Yes,
I'm going to go for 4.
4. What spin-off are you most looking forward to? Infinite Legions, Mythic Legacies, Sideshow, or the role-playing game?
Good question.
Wow. I suppose I'm going to fudge on this because I was probably most looking forward to Legacies, but
Bloody
it's here.
Honestly,
It's here.
God.
So it's here. So I'm going to go for the role-playing game because that was probably,
To come. Yeah.
as Mal would say, A1 and A2. You know.
And who was making fun of me sitting on the fence?
But I'm really excited to actually play a board game properly, and this is something I might be motivated enough to even play with my kids, try and get them into it. And I'd like to play with you guys for sure, and maybe at a future Legions Con there will be tables set up in the hall with different people and people trying to show off their painted miniatures and stuff, or just bring their big custom character or whatever. I don't know how it's going to work if you can play with a custom character or something. Probably can.
I'm sure you will be able to.
Yeah. So
You'll just have to stand on one foot on the board. So it's fitting into the little square.
yeah, okay, good.
Excellent. Mal, pick a number.
I'm going to go for my lucky number 7.
7. Okay, if 4 Horsemen introduced a new Legions line, what theme would you most like to see?
Oh, there's 2.
No, you're gonna. I'm the boss here. You pick one.
So I'm sticking with the one I keep saying because willing it into existence is a Western line, but more of a horror Western line to add a bit more interest to it.
I like that.
So how would horror Western work then, Mal?
So you'd have your cowboys, but you could then have undead cowboys or undead Native Americans. You have Native American Indians, whatever you want to call them, Native Americans. You could have werewolves in it because you basically tap into all those old American myths and excuse me, cryptids.
Yes, yeah. You could have skinwalkers, couldn't you? Which is a big thing, obviously.
Yeah, all of that. It would just give it such a broad range, but then the base of it could be, Western with the guns and the cowboy hats and the boots and those elements that I really like from that era, and long trench coats would be very cool.
I'm not going to lie, I would buy that. That would be a good
I
line.
think a few people would.
I mean, the style vibe I'm getting here is maybe figura obscura, being
it kind of
style,
Yeah, it would sort of,
or level of figure.
My thinking in the way and why I do horror is because then you could incorporate your mythics and your not so much your cosmics, maybe some of them you could, and your figure obscura. That's my thinking with why I say a horror Western line, because can bring in other bits of everything else. Then makes it less narrow, So.
Nice, thank you, Mal. Right then, John, let's have your second.
12, please.
Number 12. Oh, crap. In fact, I won't do that one because it's ask the host a question. So you don't need to ask me.
I had prepared this.
Go on then. Ask the host a question. So for each round, there's one option out of 18, which is ask a host a question. People who haven't seen which is random. So unfortunately, John's picked that number.
How do you deal with the kind of FOMO that you get where you then have to get like 5 Templar relic guards and this kind of stuff? How does this come around? Like,
it depends how strong I'm feeling at that moment in time, to be honest, about whether I give in or not. The Templar relic guards is mainly because I've got a new set of stuff lined up. I've already got, not drawings. I don't, Let's face it, if I drew it, I wouldn't recognize it if I tried to get someone to sculpt it anyway. But in my head, I've got visions of what I want the dogs to look like and that sort of stuff. So that I used to, and you guys might remember with the Furious 4, and I went berserk and bought like 12 of each, and then got Mal to order a couple more for me as well. And I did my Red Hellions, which I love, but they cost a fortune if you start buying that many of each one. So I've tried to cut back on the FOMO in terms of that. I'm making sure that I don't, I'm never a completionist, so that avoids the FOMO as well.
And for example, with the relic cards, you mightn't have the rest of the figure ready to go as a custom. So, you're just getting them in so you can put them in the attic. And then, but does that satisfy the FOMO, or are you still then in the background, commissioning the heads and
Yeah, I think it does to a degree. I like to know that I've got the stuff. So when they sold out of the Relic Guard on the website, I was it's a first world problem, but I was genuinely gutted because it's like, God damn it, I wanted to do a load more sort of thing. So, it's on my spreadsheet, which I have to show you guys at some point. It's got like the different builds, and then it's got, what parts, then roughly when I think it'll be ready and what stage it is and all this sort of stuff. So if I've got part of it, that takes care of the FOMO.
So you put but you can turn the box green for a certain section of
yes.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm such a loser with spreadsheets, honest to God. Makes me happy.
Okay, I'll let you off there so you can go on to Mal.
Thank you, John. Mal, let's have your second and final one then.
How many? What was it out of 18?
18, yeah.
Then what? John just went with 12. I'll go 15.
Yeah. 15, right. Eric Treadaway or H. Eric Mays?
I'm not answering that one either.
No, Trevor was allowed to not answer that. Everybody else had to answer it. So answer it.
You can give an on the fence type answer.
Yeah. This is what on the fence.
They both have different appeals. Eric Treadaway is an incredibly talented man. And Cornboy is a massively charismatic and great frontman for the organisation. There you go.
There we go, ladies. John put a roaring applause thing over that for fence sitting. he's nailed it.
So it depends. Yeah, it depends what mood you're in. Then
Yeah,
I think the difficult thing is
depends what you want.
Legions without
in the moment.
Treadaway. Yeah. So do we even meet without Treadaway?
Yeah, it's an extremely unfair question to put out there.
Yeah,
one that John suggested I put in, by the way, just to be clear on that. So,
well, you had the Jeremy's question.
I had the Jeremy's question, yeah. So this one worked well as well. Right then, guys. So let's move on to non-Legions toys. John, pick a number.
3.
3. Do you listen to non-Legions focused podcasts?
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Right. I'm just going to take out my phone here and just look at the last.
This is where we should sit back and let him list them.
Yeah.
I listened to, so today I've listened to about 4 different podcasts on the Ryder Cup. That's starting tomorrow. Golf.
Sorry, I should have made that clear. Toy podcast.
Oh, toy podcast.
Toy
Sorry.
Podcast.
Okay, that's easier then. Toy Power, Australian guys. That was the first one I listened to. My wife's going to kill me, although I've listened to it less since it's gone on live stream only, mostly. I mean, they do drop the episodes on audio then eventually, but I can't listen to YouTube and just throw my phone in the pocket and get on with my day or in the car. Just doesn't work. And I always found there's a difference between a live stream and a podcast. And not saying one is better, but for me, kind of listening, I don't need the audience comments and stuff for when I'm just listening to my podcast. Sometimes that actually just interrupts it. Whereas I'd rather, the podcast just kind of generate their own content and for the most part, and kind of give me their opinions. And then if I want to write them an email or a comment afterwards, if I feel strongly enough after, then fine. But with the live stream, I just find is a totally different medium. I don't really think of it as a podcast. It's a different form of entertainment. It's an interactive thing, which means it's also difficult to listen to after the fact. It's a kind of you have to be there thing. It's like some sports games where you watch them live, it's the greatest thing ever, and then you watch them after, and yeah, maybe certain moments are amazing because they, you know, there was a brilliant goal, or, you know, but you don't get the adrenaline that you get when it's actually on there live. And so for me, that's why podcasting is a different thing, where it's more something that can live for longer, and then has to be a different type of interesting, you know, for the most part. So I think we've fit in the podcast bucket for the most part. We do live streams, of course. But I think, and we put our podcast up in video, but a video podcast is different again, because there isn't the, you know, the live interaction element to it, which is the main difference I see, you know.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you, John. Right then, Mal.
Oh, I think
I haven't left out any other toy podcasts. I mean, Podcasters of the Universe I would listen to as well. Although I listened to that more when before I was collecting Mythics, because I was collecting Masters.
They're quite sporadic as well, though, aren't they? It's, I listen to
but it is a good listen, you know. It is a good listen. And sometimes there's a Warhammer podcast called Trapped Under Plastic. That's kind of good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And another Warhammer one called Paint Bravely. I'm not into Warhammer at all in detail, but they're similar type of hobbies, and they sometimes talk a lot about painting and things like that. And I find them interesting. Yeah, they're well done podcasts. So there you go. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I can cut you off now. Thank you, John. Mal, pick a number.
What number was that? Sorry.
3.
3. I'm going to be really boring and go with 7 again. Stick to my lucky number.
And I am being honest and reading the exact question here, even though it's not the most exciting one. Do you collect different scale sizes?
I do. I've always been a sucker for little figures. As a kid, you know, I loved like little figures, and I must admit, since I've gotten back into collecting, I started out collecting hot toys. That's what got me really collecting toy, and it was like, you know, not very. I had a few. I've got a decent amount, but it was, you know, because of the expense, it was like one every few months or whatever, and your payment plans and all that. Then I kind of slipped into getting 1/12 or whatever, you know, 6-inch, whatever scale they want to be. But I've recently started getting the Joy Toy Turtles, so that's 1/18 are they now, and I absolutely love them. They are absolutely fulfilling my love of little figures and blockies. I think that's why I like blockies as well, is they're soothing to build, but they fulfill that little figure.
Yeah, those blockies
as well.
are amazing.
Yeah. And there's so many cool ones coming out as well. With
the licenses are going.
DC and Marvel. Yeah,
you could just switch to collecting blockies. I think now, drop all your other lines in terms of licensed stuff. Like they're getting so many licenses.
Well, and they'll all be a similar scale as well, so you can mix and match on your shelf.
Blockies collection,
yeah. Excellent, John. Let's have another number from you.
10.
10. If money was no object, which toy would you buy?
Mythic Legions. I think I'd just buy more of them.
Oh, really? With nothing like vintage or anything like that? It would be ludicrously expensive.
No, I mean, yeah, cool to have a couple of original Motu figures in package, you know, but if I really wanted them, I suppose I could save up my money and get them. There isn't anything particularly crazy. I mean, you know, buying a separate house to just have, you know, or like maybe not a house, maybe more of like an office type thing where you could have, you know, kind of collection museum and a properly set up painting room and customizing, you know, all that kind of stuff be cool. But no, I think I'm quite happy collecting one. I wouldn't go into the 6 scale stuff and everything because I think I'd eventually find that frustrating and fiddly, because they're awesome looking and I love to see them when I've seen them in other people's collections, or even if you're in a shop that has a couple of them on display. but you can't just mess around with them like you can Mythics or, even a Marvel Legend, or, they are more delicate things.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
They take up a lot of space as well.
Boring, but, sometimes it's good to
totally
be
understandable.
It's a good one. I think it's...
Those 1/6 lines, I keep looking at them because they do some quite cool Egyptian ones and Roman ones and samurai ones. I'm looking at all these and I was like, where would I put them? They wouldn't work with anything else I've got. So I need a few of them to make it worthwhile, and then it takes up space, and it's...
Yeah, I pre-ordered a Hot Toys Darth Vader once, and then after... it was one of these where you could pre-order and you didn't have to pay a deposit or anything. And after a couple of months, I was like, why did I do that? And it wasn't coming for another year. So I emailed them and said, can I cancel that? And they said, yeah, sure. And never thought about it again. So, yeah.
There we go. Right then. Mal, let's get another one from you.
15.
Oh, you are going to be boring, aren't you? Okay. Same numbers again. Wow. No, I'm just...
Did it go 15? Oh, no, 11. 11. Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Whatever number you
No, 11. 11. 11. 11. 11.
Okay. What is a license you would most like to see made into a toy line or remade into a modern toy line?
Oh, gosh.
Bet you wish you stuck with 15 now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something like... I mean, it's one of those because it's kind of starting to be done, even if it's not licensed properly. But Brave
we
Star,
go for this. Yeah.
right? It would be cool.
Yeah.
Just because then we get more of them, and perhaps, more of the vehicles and things that they had. And I've actually vintage. I've forgotten what the bad guy was called. I've forgotten what he's called, and I've got his horse as well, which was basically a flying cow-headed robotic skeleton horse thing. So that'd be cool, updated, and
30 or something like that. Or
30 is the robotic horse. Mm-hmm. This is so it's got two legs, so it looks like a sort of ostrich body with a cow skull head, and you can lift the legs up. And I think he used to glide along on it with the legs up in the air as the.
Yeah, I didn't have Brave Star toys as a kid. I mean, I watched
it. It was the only one I had. Yeah. Only one I had. Well, right. Two, because it was. But yeah, I never had Brave Star or any of the others. My friend had a couple of them, and I was like, oh, they would be cool. But again, I had so much stuff as a kid. I was spoiled. I can't. Dick Tracy is the other one I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Them remade in I know it's getting a bit boring now, but making them in the Origins style with a bit more articulation, that'd be really cool, really fun.
Yeah, I'd love that. I've almost bought the Mezco 112 Dick Tracy figures a couple of times, but they are very expensive.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, cloth goods work so well for a Dick Tracy line.
Yeah.
But it is £100 for each figure. It's Tex Hex was a bad guy in Brave Star, by the way.
Tex Hex, there you go, yeah.
Okay.
Right then. Okay, let's move us on to, that's a good choice, Mal, I like that. Let's move us on to life in general questions then, gents. John, pick a number.
Right, this time I will go for 6.
Jeremy Gerard or Jeremy DeWitt?
That's terrible. I can't believe I got that.
I can show you the sheet. I can prove it was the correct one.
I think for Mythic Legions, Jeremy Gerard. For beer, maybe Jeremy DeWitt. They're they're different. They're different guys,
Yeah,
but,
no, that's fine. I'm thinking like, God, I work with a couple of proper work, podcasts with a couple of proper fence sisters. But if someone asked me, I'd be like,
I mean, we wouldn't, Mythic Legions wouldn't be maybe where it is now without Jeremy Gerard. So, whereas
I'd certainly have a lot more money.
It's just a fun friend. So, if we're thinking about it in those terms, it's Jeremy Gerard. So, let's say for the purpose of this podcast, it's Jeremy Gerard, definitely.
Excellent. Let's move you away from that quick. Mal, pick a number.
there are 18 of them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. Let's go 3. We haven't had a 3 yet, have we?
John in the last round, but that's fine.
Oh,
Fantasy or
If I was
sci-fi?
joking. Sorry.
Fantasy or sci-fi?
Oh gosh. Now this is going to sound like fence sitting.
Yeah,
I go back and forth. Yeah, I go back and forth. At the moment, I'm probably actually more sci-fi in what I'm enjoying and what I'm seeking out to watch on TV and that sort of thing. But next month, it could easily be fantasy, and I want to watch half-naked men fighting with big swords and women with big boobs and, that sort of thing.
That's the only fantasy channel Mal is subscribed to.
Yeah. But this month it's sci-fi and weird, crazy space adventure, and this idea of I would love to be Star-Lord, to have been picked up by space adventurers when you were a kid and be whisked off. Oh, it'd be amazing. Or to be Han Solo, that would be awesome.
That'd be very cool. Great, thank you, Mal. Right, and John, your last question. Pick wisely, sir.
13.
What's your favourite movie genre?
Favorite movie genre? Wow.
Now, I know you're not a big movies guy necessarily.
No.
As proved by your abysmal performance in our movie quiz.
True. Favorite movie genre? That's difficult. I mean, is it a genre? I mean, my favorite movie is The Commitments, which is a 1990s.
A musical, I think, The Commitment.
It's a musical, but it's really about working class Dublin people who form a band, and it's
But musicals the story of musicals can be about anything. It's that it's then heavily.
But I wouldn't want to watch The Greatest Showman or Moulin Rouge or any of those. They wouldn't be like. I wouldn't. Maybe I'd watch them. As if the family was watching them, but I wouldn't.
Maybe you like a drama, maybe then with a bit of
comedy drama. I think would be and with a certain angle to hook me. I mean, good Irish movies always and especially as I don't live there anymore, so it's not really a genre, but yeah. I mean, comedy then, if I really had to, comfort food would always be comedy. I used to record stand-up comedy off TV back in the day on VHS,
right,
BBC stand-up. I would rewatch it till I could do, whatever knew the sketches off by heart, or, knew the stand-up routines almost off by heart. So, so.
Excellent stuff. Thank you, John. Have you guys seen Happy Gilmore 2? Taking us slightly off track, we're talking about comedy.
Not yet, though. It was on my list just because it's a golf movie.
I watched it the other day. I watched Happy Gilmore 1 and then 2, one after the other. And it was like the first half of number 2, I think, was fine. It lots of nostalgia and that sort of stuff. And then it just went off the rails completely.
Yeah.
Okay. The second half was just rubbish.
I do find Adam Sandler hit and miss, though. I do. So I don't quite understand why everyone thinks he's so amazing. Some things he's done are good, other things are.
I mean, okay, if you're not a golf nerd, it probably wouldn't bother you, but there's like 50-something cameos from different people.
Yeah.
That's too many in my book, even.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's kind of off-putting.
Celebrities and all sorts.
I don't want to see Rory McIlroy acting. I want to see him hitting a golf ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if he's in it, then don't give him lines, but you just have him kind of.
Yeah. At least he was in it as a golfer playing himself. Travis Kelce was in it as a waiter.
And
for no reason at all. That character had no plot line. It was just they wanted him in the. It's ridiculous.
And I think Charlie Hull, who's a British female golfer, she was like a cart girl or something, or driving range assistant.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Do we have one left?
We do. Mal, pick the final number of the evening, Mal.
Sorry, let's go 7 again, eh? Let's stick with it.
A relaxing vacation or an activities-packed vacation?
Oh.
What are the activities?
Yeah. It's probably got to be, because I get bored of sitting around and I can't. If I have a week off to relax, I end up, by the end of the week, I'm done. I'm ready to go back. I'm not really ready to go back to work, but I'm ready to not be at home doing nothing, Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be an activities one. Ideal dream would be to go back to Disney World maybe and do Universal and Disney and all that again, because it's been a very long time and it just looks even better than it used to. So
yeah, with the Star Wars zone and everything.
Yeah.
Amazing. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. For anyone that's not on one of our Patreons and you like that format, please do join. Not only can you listen to previous episodes, but you will be interviewed at some point as well if you want to be, as part of Rich's Randoms. It starts from the tiny monthly fee of $5, so it doesn't even cost that much. Some extra content. There's a Discord where you get to chat to us, all that sort of stuff. So do give it serious thought.
And sign up through the Patreon website on a computer rather than on your phone, because if you sign up through the App Store, sometimes depending on which App Store, they will charge you an App Store fee for a subscription. Mm-hmm. That's on a lot of different apps. This is only came in recently for I think Patreon on Apple for sure. So because that money doesn't go to us, it goes to Apple, and it's if you just sign up on the website, you don't need to spend that extra money, So
there we go.
There's a top tip. Right. That's it for this week then. Next week is the reveal of all our exclusive sculpts.
Which just gets more exciting.
What are they called? The Lichen League?
The Lichen League.
Lichen League.
Lichen League. It's not like the moss.
Sorry. I can't help it. He's always here. I have him always to hand, in the day. He'll be going on the Skateback or not the Thraxian Scout, and you'll see him next week on the show, I'm sure. I'll flash him up. Oh,
good. Let's ruin a Thraxian Scout. Excellent.
Yeah, and so the Canine Company, anyway, I remember that bit.
Yes, it's the Lichen League, and then within that there's a Canine Company, and that's where the characters are from.
Enjoy that. Should be fun. And then we'll start maybe after that doing some build up to Legion's Con, maybe guests. Let's see.
Remember, stay safe out there, everybody. Save money for Legion's Con. Stay in. Don't go out. Don't buy anything. Don't get food delivered in case you're allergic to it. Just stay in. Stay at home. Turn the lights off. Save electricity. Everything. Spend all your money on exclusive customs at the Euro Legion State.